I'm attorney Stephen New. Over 1 billion opioid pills have been dumped into this state in the last 20 years by the pharmaceutical industry. As West Virginians, we've all felt the impact of this opioid addiction crisis. If you're the grandparent or custodian of a child who was born drug addicted, call me immediately. Representing innocent children, that's why we do what we do, the law office of Stephen.
The following bout is scheduled for one fall with a 60-minute time limit and is for the MLW World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, the challenger, fighting out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing in at 265 pounds, Davey Boy Smith Jr.
We are set to go here, our main event, the second of two big main events this week on MLW Fusion, a match that Davey Boy's been waiting for a long time.
Yeah, ever since he won the Opera Cup, you had to wonder when would he get his hands on the Samoan smashing machine, the heavyweight champion of the world, Jacob Fatu, and it's happening here tonight.
Well, Davey Boy's had his eye on Fatu, not only since capturing the Opera Cup, but you think about what happened in Tijuana when Contra, especially Fatu, I mean, they broke Davey Boy's back.
Yeah, a lot of bad blood here between Davey Boy Smith Jr. and Contra. Contra's all over the place. You always have to be looking over your shoulder. A lot of pressure here, obviously, on Davey Boy as he challenges for the heavyweight championship of the world.
Smith called out Fatu a couple of weeks back, flat out challenged him to take this fight, and Joseph Samael accepting this fight on behalf of the champion.
And where is Samael?
We've not seen him around here today. Whether or not he accompanies Fatu to the ring remains to be seen, but we do know that
and his opponent,
from what we heard earlier from Samael, is he busy in Asia? Is that what it is?
He is
all over the place.
Out of Samoa, weighing in at 300 pounds, he is the current reigning and defending MLW World Heavyweight Champion, Jacob Fatu.
He's held the title since July the 6th, 2019, and he appears unstoppable. And I asked the question about Samael and indeed not coming to the ring with Fatu. You never know where he's going to pop up. So earlier on, he said he's busy recruiting people, doing whatever he's doing, but who knows?
Yeah, and you got to think one of the biggest challenges of Fatu's life is about to take place right now. Big fight feel here. I'm getting the goosebumps, and those high rollers upstairs in those VIP suites that paid the big bucks to win that lottery. We got socially distanced boxes upstairs. They're going to get their money's worth here tonight, Rich.
First ever encounter between these two heavyweights. And it happens this week right here on MLW Fusion, and Fatu is almost frothing, waiting to get his hands on Davey Boy Smith Jr., and Davey Boy would love nothing more than to take that gold home to go along with his 2019 Opera Cup title.
Yeah, such intensity on the faces of both athletes here. I mean, this is a real toss-up, a real pick-em, a coin flip, if you will. I have no idea what's going to happen here, Rich.
You wonder what these two are saying to each other. I mean, one of the interesting things, I mean, you see the intensity on the eyes of Davey Boy, and it's an interesting feel here because normally you don't really get to hear what's going on in the ring. You don't get to hear some of the trash talk maybe as much as you'd like to. This time we can actually really listen in and hear what they're saying. And you get a really good feel just for the power of these two.
Yeah, and so far the power looks equal. Smith Jr., of course, a dangerous catch wrestler. Gonna want to try to get Fatu to the mat. Can he take the big man down?
My question for you, St. Laurent, how's the back of Davey Boy holding up?
Yeah, good question. We'll have to see it as the match goes on. Is that going to be an emphasis for Fatu to go after the back of Davey Boy Smith Jr.?
Fatu with victories over Shima, Filthy Tom Lawler, Ross Von Erich, L.A. Park, Brian Pillman Jr., countless others. Can anyone stop him?
I don't know. I mean, so far, nobody's been able to. Nobody in the world. He's the kingpin of Contra. He's been unstoppable, but so far, great strategy here from Davey Boy, trying to keep control here with the headlock.
Has Fatu faced anybody as powerful as Davey Boy yet?
No, and how often is Fatu the smaller man when he's defending the World Championship? Davey Boy standing his ground right now. It's going to be tough to take Davey Boy off his feet.
Davey Boy 6'6", 265. And Fatu, frightening no doubt, but when Davey Boy comes at you full speed, look out. These two challenging each other here. And Davey Boy, oh, look out, big power slam, cover, and kick out at 2.
And if you're Davey Boy, you want to keep Fatu on the mat. According to the Martial Arts Advanced Research System, he's got an 84% chance of success if he can keep his opponent on the ground for the majority of the match.
These two just slugging it out, center of the ring. Main event this week here on MLW Fusion. The World Heavyweight title is on the line. The champion, Jacob Fatu, with a headbutt, and I don't think he was expecting that reaction from Smith.
Yeah, you think about the lineage and the heritage of both of these fighters. Davey Boy Smith Jr., the son of the British Bulldog, and then you've got Fatu. There's so many great legendary Samoan wrestlers over the years, and Fatu, the most powerful, the most dominant of all of them.
Davey Boy laying in the headbutts to Fatu, and the champion in a position that he's not found himself, I don't think, ever. Cover.
And it shows the power of Davey Boy, because how often do you win a headbutt battle against the Samoan like that?
Very rarely. You can tell that Davey Boy's feeling the effects of it. But right now is in charge and could be on his way to the world title. Look at the power by Smith.
When he's holding him in the air, we've seen Smith Jr. do this in the past, and you got to think all the blood rushing to the head of Fatu before he crashes to the mat, excuse me, and the cover now here from Davey Boy.
Leg is hooked. Could this do it? No. Really a 1.5 count, and you can see Davey Boy favoring the lower back. And
Yeah.
We've talked about just the power that Fatu brings. You think about his power slams, his moonsaults, just what he brings to the ring. Davey Boy is trying to almost turn that against him a little bit, but right here, Fatu driving Smith into the turnbuckle. I think he realizes that that back is going to be an issue for Smith. Oh!
And over now, Fatu finding creative ways to target that lower back.
And look at this, more of a nerve hold on the lower back, clamping in the fingers, the thumb, and now a headbutt to the lower back as well.
Yeah, great combination offense here from the champion. And you have to think, if you're Fatu and you're so well known for that big moonsault off the top rope, you have to get your opponent on the ground long enough to hit that moonsault. So all of the strategy for Fatu in the early going is to wear the guy down, especially the back, to keep him down.
And thinking back to the early part of this matchup when Davey Boy hit that power slam on Fatu. Listen, Fatu is not a small guy, and to get him up and over with the power that Davey Boy Smith possesses, and right back into the turnbuckle again, you wonder if maybe he read something even early on when he hit that power slam, if that was an ill-advised move on his part.
And Davey Boy Smith Jr. slow to get up here. Fatu taking his time. You're fighting a big man. You don't want to leave it all on the line too early and then be winded later in the match. Great strategy here from Fatu. Headbutt to the back once again.
Fatu with tremendous strength, showing tremendous power. It seems like it took something out of him, though.
Yeah, we've seen that with both competitors here. If they hit a big throw, their opponent is so large, so heavy, it takes a lot out of you, especially your back, to hit a throw like that, and both men are feeling the effects.
Trying to think of some of the matches that the Samoan Smashing Machine has competed in here in with world title matches. I'm trying to think of length of match. Most of his matches have been very, very short.
Yeah, and we've seen both of these fighters dominate some of their opponents in the past where the match ends very quickly. I don't think that's going to be the case here. We saw in the early going all those collisions where no one went down. Very evenly matched. I think the most interesting thing in this match, as it develops, is who is going to be the first man to hit that huge match-changing move. We haven't seen that just yet.
Some 9 minutes or so into this matchup. And, that was my point. I can't think of a Jacob Fatu match. Very, very rare that they've lasted more than 5-6 minutes. And look at this.
Has Davey Boy up in a rack hold here. Is he going to drop him down or try to go for a submission? Oh,
Davey Boy fish hooking the upper lip, the nose, and that's one way out.
And it shows the desperation of Davey Boy to go after the eyes and the nose like that.
That big uppercut by Fatu, but again, you can see Davey Boy grabbing hold of his lower back up in that torture rack position. And he got out of it, but is still in some rough shape. Here comes Fatu. Oh! Davey Boy scouted it and got the knees up.
The knees right to the gut of Fatu. And let's be honest, Fatu, in the greatest shape of his life, there's not a lot of meat on that gut like there used to be, right? So really feeling the effects of those knees.
Did you ever think that you would see Jacob Fatu come back even quicker than he was the last time we saw him? I mean, it looks like he's picked up 2-3 steps.
More dangerous, scarier. I mean, can anybody stop this man?
Davey Boy Smith has that on his mind here tonight with the world title on the line. Was able to dodge a bullet there. And Fatu launched himself right into the turnbuckle. This could be a game-changing moment for Davey Boy.
Yeah, and Fatu launched himself so far in the air. We talked about how quick he is now. Might have hit his head on the actual ring post as Davey Boy goes with the kick to the shoulder.
And a big boot right to the face. Smith again, little momentum off the ropes, a huge leg drop. But again, wrenched his back into the cover. That might have cost him a second or two. That might have cost him the title.
But this is what Davey Boy needed. He needed to get Fatu on the mat. Can he keep him there? Keep him in the center of the ring. Keep him away from the ropes. And just keep him grounded as much as you can as he stomps away at the ear of Jacob Fatu.
Yeah, that'll ring your bell a little bit, get your equilibrium off. And Smith looks like he's setting up for a side suplex, but very simple counter by Fatu. Lock in the headlock and then throw a couple headbutts.
Yeah, Fatu's got that wide base, so there's certain throws that are a lot tougher to hit on him.
Davey Boy again, and nails a Saito suplex. Cover for the title. Would have been shocked if that did it. Fatu out at 2.
The look of disbelief on the face of Davey Boy. Definitely 2, but he's got Fatu down. He's got to capitalize. You can't afford to get frustrated here.
Both of these two trying to catch their breath. Davey Boy Smith Jr., the challenger, representing the UK, and his dad, the British Bulldog. Fatu, the long-reigning MLW World Heavyweight Champion. Trying to tilt the matchup back in his favor. Cover, and out of 2.
And that big side slam from the Samoan smashing machine, planting Davey Boy right on that lower back that's been targeted over and over throughout the course of this contest. And now the big man is going upstairs.
Davey Boy playing possum.
Oh, might have been a little low with that headbutt.
You think so? I thought he got him right in the gut, but what's Davey Boy got in mind here? Maybe a power slam or a pile driver. He's trying to keep his balance. And that lower back is really causing issues for the challenger.
It might have given out there, Rich. He might be really hurt. I mean,
Fatu just doing more damage. A big kick to the lower back. And as the World Heavyweight Championship hangs in the balance, Fatu setting up. There's the big Samoan drop. And Fatu going up to the top rope. Here he comes, moonsault. Cover. And he got him. Fatu retains.
And still MLW World Heavyweight Champion, Jacob Fatu.
What an impact off the top rope. He has put so many away with that moonsault. Jacob Fatu, the winner, retaining the MLW World title here tonight.
And that Mars stat, Fatu's moonsault has the impact of being in a car crash, going 75 miles per hour, Rich. Nobody's kicking out of that.
Jacob Fatu, victorious and another victim. The Samoan smashing machine, Davey Boy Smith, coming up short here tonight. And the look on that man's face, he is a frightening, frightening individual.
Well-earned win for the champion as he retains the World Heavyweight Championship. But what a tough battle, Rich.
That's it, MLW, huh? That's all y'all got. Keep them coming. Contra unit been running this since we touched down here. It's a concrete jungle. Who the hell is next? Who's gonna take the black flag? We run this. Hammerstone, your bitch ass don't want none of this. You better get right. Hail Contra!
Well, no doubt Jacob Fatu has heard the challenge put forth by Hammerstone. Hammer made it clear, oh, hold on, here he is. He made it clear that he wants at Fatu, and you talk about another long-awaited matchup, and oh, look at this. Hold on now.
Well, they've been waiting so long to get their hands on each other, Rich. The war of words. Oh,
look
who is
out!
that?
Hammerstone being blindsided. Who is this guy? Twice with the steel chair across the back.
That's got to be the black hand of Contra. And he's taking out Hammerstone here.
Oh no. Choke slam right on the apron.
The national openweight champion is down. Contra strikes again.